I never stopped making classics, hip-hop. It started in the park, Jurassic. In the lab, every beaker full of magic like Tracy McGrady. Trees had me shady, listen.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Fairly Decent Podcast. I'm your host, Jason. And today I got my boy CJ the Prophet with me.
Sir,
I got Hern Bean with me.
Yes, sir.
You know, we are fresh off of Charged Up Fest, fresh off of, you know, a whole lot of days of doing a whole lot, man. It's kind of hard to process everything that's kind of been going on. You know, it still all feels like so brand new. And you know, all of us were kind of moving around in different parts and different sections, you know what I mean? But we always all try to come back together. I mean, CJ, coming off of like Charged Up Fest, like how do you feel, man?
Bro, I feel electrified, dog. It was so much going on,
Word.
like so much interaction with just new people and shit. And like I just feel like really inspired. Like I'm just ready to get to work. But in the same aspect, like I'm tired as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
here we are, like still getting to it. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
it's been lit, bro. I'm glad like we have a really good circle of people right now. We had an Airbnb for the weekend.
Yeah.
Hern came through, like the homies, Granada. So that was like the central
Shout out
point,
Granada.
man. So whenever y'all come through Richmond, if y'all need like recommendations on Airbnbs and shit, I got a fly spot for
We
you.
got a fly
That
spot,
shit was,
bro.
That shit was dope, man.
as hell.
But yeah, it was dope, bro.
Yeah.
How you feel? How you feel about it?
Bro, I mean, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just even being, you know, given the opportunity to be a part of it is
Yeah.
something that like even just a year ago,
You just got here, bro.
yeah, like even just given my current situation, like
Yeah.
a year ago, like you could have never told me like a year ago in June,
Mhm.
like when I was like all the way messed up, like that I would be like doing what, you know, not just me, but what we all did
Yeah.
this past weekend. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say the expectation wasn't there because like I kind of like seen it a little bit like for the weeks building up to it, but
Yeah.
like bro, it was so much bigger than what I thought it would be. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's something that like I think it's gonna take a little bit to process, and I know like, you know, the ball is still rolling, and like I said, like we're here still working, like still doing our thing, but bro, like that is something that I'll probably never forget just because of how much reflection that I had, um, you know, based on the previous year.
Yeah.
Like you could have never ever convinced me that
It's
I would
beautiful,
like
dog.
I would be doing
Growth,
exactly what
yeah.
I'm doing. Like Hern, like what was your experience at like Charged Up Fest?
Charles of Fest, it was just crazy. I remember CJ performed. I remember just having all the food carts out.
It was
Noah
so
at the shop. Everybody just, I feel like everybody just kind of had that aura around them, you
Yeah.
know?
For sure.
It's mad energy.
lit. Yeah.
A lot of people you didn't even see popping out. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it was just, I just had a great time playing in the basketball game as well. Got the jersey repping.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
now.
Let's
I should have
go.
worn my shit
You
too.
see me?
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
crazy
I
if y'all
know.
both would have won. That would have been. I would have felt left out,
Twinning.
kind of.
But, yeah, I just had a great time, man.
That's
I think it
what's
was
up.
great for the city.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Great opportunity for artists. Great opportunity for just everyone just to come together as a community as a
Yeah.
whole.
Word though.
A
Word.
lot of people just brought out to the city. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Shout
Yeah.
out to Noah for that too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Noah.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
like-
to Noah
Yeah,
always,
appreciate
bro.
you, dog.
Can't thank you
Always,
enough, bro.
like that man does it all, man. Like it's
I don't understand it.
I don't
bro.
understand it, bro.
Does he
I don't
sleep?
get it. I think he goes home and he like plugs a charger up to him and he just like.
Nah, I
on
think
some
there's like
cyborg
3 of
shit.
them, bro.
Word,
Honestly,
it's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
There's
Literally
no way he's still
charged
wrapped
up.
at the end of the
Yeah.
shit. At the end of the grand finale concert, like how does he? I don't understand.
When did
that
you?
shit, bro?
Yeah, practice like.
Right, even that. Like, did
Yeah.
you even have time to run through
Yeah,
your set?
right. Yeah,
Music? Like,
that's all I'm thinking about.
legend, bro.
Yeah,
Legend,
for
man.
sure,
Legend.
legend. So Hern, me and you have like kind of just recently been introduced, you know, within I would say
Mhm.
like the last 2 months, maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Yeah.
a little bit something like that. But yeah, like so just for me, like obviously like my whole fan base is gonna be brand new to you. Maybe not, but like the majority of my fan base is gonna be brand new to you. So like kind of like what city are you from? Like, you know, just yeah.
I got you. First off, Charlottesville, Virginia. That's where I went to high school. Used to also live in South Jersey.
Word.
But when I was a little kid up to 13, lived in like Runnymede near Camden a little bit.
Mm-mm. I didn't know you lived in Jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know that
Jersey,
either.
Word. South Jersey, yeah.
Hell
so
yeah, hell yeah.
Used to go to the Y out there and hoop up and shit. I actually met Andrew Bynum at that Y.
Word.
So that's a crazy little side story.
Word.
But yeah, lived in Jersey. I was born in Baltimore. Lived there for a little bit too, just for like a year. I was just a baby and shit.
So just pure East Coast nigga.
Yeah,
like, that's
East
what's
Coast
up.
shit.
That's what's up.
Then moved to Virginia when I was 13. Been there since like 6th or 7th grade.
Word.
Vibing. Was in Charlottesville. Went to VCU for a little bit. That's what kept me in Richmond.
Word.
That's crazy because like a lot of people that I'm like either already interviewing or like the people that I'm gonna like continue to like move forward like interviewing, a lot of people kind of find their way to Virginia through somewhere else. Like me and CJ are like thorough like from Virginia, but a lot of people that I talk to kind of find Virginia as almost like a second home. Like, would you consider Virginia like a second home, or like you're definitely like?
I think of it as my home.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just know when I was younger, like we'd always come up to see my grandparents. They lived in Manassas.
Word.
So Nova. Okay. So I'd always go see my grandma, my granddad.
Word.
He lives in Florida now. My grandma passed, but it's all good.
Yeah.
But we'd go up there like almost every other weekend.
Yeah.
And just chill with the
fam.
So
it is basically home. Like
so it is home.
Yeah, it's basically home to me. Like that's all I really remember.
Do you still go back to Jersey and stuff, or?
Not as much. I need to.
Word.
I need to. But I haven't been out of Jersey in a little bit.
Man.
I would love to make that trip.
Yeah,
like just
a
random trip. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got the best pizza. Jersey got the best food.
I used to live in Jersey for some time too, bro. I lived in Perth Amboy, Neptune. I was out there like near the city and shit, bro. It was dope. There was a lot of love out there. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it got crazy at times, but it was dope. Yeah. It was dope, bro.
Shout out, Canton gets a little wild.
Facts. But so we got the home life and everything.
Yeah.
Good to know like Virginia's home and like I learned a lot just now. I've known you for a minute. I didn't know you was from up north and shit like that. So speaking of all that, like so for you, obviously if you don't know, Hern being 5150 is an amazing. I met him as a producer. I didn't even know the dude raps. And like every time I link with this dude, he's freestyling it, and I'm like in awe, bro. You be going off, and I don't understand how you do that shit. So with that being said, like when did music start for you? How did you get in the music?
Honestly, I had my homie Daniel Jones. He actually he passed. Yeah, that was my real good homie. Yeah, rest in peace, my boy Daniel. His rap name was Danny Els. And basically he got me into rapping a lot, like serious rapping, like always having the mic around. Right. We rapped on like Cool Edit Pro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Always recording.
Yeah.
But really just like freestyling with the homies, like I'll be honest, started playing ball heavy, started smoking a little bit, then we just had, ciphers and shit.
Yeah.
That's how it starts, bro. That's how it starts every single time.
A little bit of weed.
And then you realize like I could actually do this. And okay.
And then started getting nicer and nicer, and then I'll be the guy, everyone will be like, yo, Hern, you want to freestyle? Like,
So how old was this, would you say, when you started?
Probably at the youngest 16, 17.
Okay. Real formidable years.
30 now, so yeah.
Word. Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of time.
Hell yeah, bro. That's dope.
At what point in time, like, did you, like, start to notice that you were getting, like, positive feedback? And, like, okay, like, because I always ask this question of, like, but, like, anybody who's done, like, music has that, like, phase of, like, just the freestyling and, like, you're with the homies and, like, everybody's in a circle in a cipher and, like, freestyling. But, like, what was the step that, like, took you from that situation to I'm going to, like, either record on a mic or get a studio session, or, like, what was that transition like?
Really, moving out here, going to VCU,
Word.
I just met more artists. Like, there's even my homie Todd's friend Alfred. He went to VCU. He just be around. I knew he was a rapper. McKinley Dixon. He was in my dorm when I was at VCU. He's a really good rapper. But really, it's going to VCU and meeting more like-minded people. And then I had my homie Drew, who just really put me on to like all the 90s hip hop, like from Company Flow to more Wu-Tang shit.
Okay.
To everything. We literally just spend a day listening to Jay. We wouldn't even rap. We just listen to Jay-Z.
Studying.
Yeah, studying. We listen to Nas.
I love that, bro.
Hell yeah.
Jizza. I remember like Jizza and DJ Muggs have that one tape. I remember Queen's Gambit. Like, that's just a crazy track.
Hell yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
That just brings me back. Like, my homie Drew put me on to so much music.
And now look at you, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you really noticed for yourself, but like, of course we got the. I don't even need to name all the top people in Richmond. We know who they are.
Yeah.
And they're amongst our circles too. But like, you are one of the like top sought out producers right now. Like, I'm not disrespecting your artistry, but like,
I feel you.
production wise, like saying everything that you've been doing, you've been studying, you've been putting in work. And now you are the person. Like every time I talk to Brandon from Boombox, every time he finds a way to bring you up. Like, yo, what's Hern up to, bro? He's like, man, I love Hern, bro. I'm telling you, like he's different. Like, how does that feel? How's that feel?
It feels really good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It feels good, man.
As it should, bro.
It feels good, man. Like put in a lot of work. Like I remember when first started on Logic, the beats weren't fire, you know, but just kept going at it. Like I was talking to Jason earlier. I was working at this golf club, and I would just go to my homie's crib. We'd all freestyle and rap, and I would be trying to figure out beats on Logic.
Yeah,
and I was so
in real
bad.
time. Yeah,
I was so bad. I had to use like the drummer track. You know, I like the
yellow
one.
Yep. I know. Trust
exactly.
me.
So I had to use the drummer track. I'd have to try to figure out how to do samples.
Yeah.
And I started using other shit too, like some DJ softwares and shit. And that just really like opened my eyes up. And then I gotta shout out my man James. He goes by Sheeskin. He put me onto a lot of shit. Helped me with like videos.
Word, shout him out.
Just like tech and stuff, like gear and stuff like that.
Not even that. He just showed me around. He was
got you.
big into skating, just a big community
on the
guy.
Scene. Yeah.
He worked for Utmost for a little bit.
Word.
He was cashier
Man, I
at
miss Utmost, bro.
Yeah, it's a barbershop now, but
yeah, I miss that place. Bro.
Yeah, man, that was the hub. Like I can show you pictures. Like I met a lot of great people there. Like met Black Cray over there. My homie Brick, who shoots videos.
Word.
Tons of people. I could list goes on. I can name names.
That's
forever.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
But what's most important is you've been taking the right steps.
Too. He owner of Utmost and all that.
Word, bro.
And Tom.
So like back to the question of like what that transition into like getting into like the studio, like was your first session like the most of us kind of just like a mic and a laptop, or like did you fully book like a studio session like for your first time, like getting comfortable with, you know, transitioning from the, you know, cypher style of rap versus like putting vocals down, which is like a whole different ball game all in its own. Like you could be the best rapper in the world, but if you can't let vocals down, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that like? Again, like what was that transition? Like what was your first like studio session like?
First studio session. I was probably in a Yellow House, and I was recording on like a YouTube beat.
Word.
I killed it and shit, but type beat type shit.
Type beat type
on God, but you know what I'm saying? I killed it, but like, it was a different experience. 'Cause most times we would just have the mic in the crib. And I was blessed enough to have a really nice house when I was a high school age and all that. So really we just be in the basement. And everyone be playing like video games, playing Halo, something on this side. Then I had like a little space, and I would just basically have my mic set up. Homie Daniel, like I said, would be like engineering us or something, and I would just be rapping down there. So that was like kind of the beginning. Then I started going to studios. My homie Finn Downey, he had a studio in Charlottesville. He recorded me a lot, did a lot of my mixing. So that helped out a lot. Yeah. So going from the
Cypher Circle.
Yeah, the Cypher Circle, then recording at the house in the basement, and then going to actual sessions where I'm like paying, and like getting
a real natural progression.
Yeah, natural progression. I didn't just go straight to the studio. Like,
that's where a lot of people fuck up at. They're like,
go
straight to the studio. And you get there and it's like, huh?
And you got to figure it out too, because you got to go with writtens ready. You can't just go there writing.
And a lot of people do that when they pay to come to my sessions.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you paying for the hour, but like at the same time.
But if you can bang the shit out in 10 minutes, like more props to you.
Be more prepared.
Yeah.
Just be more prepared.
So the rapping for you was first, not the production.
Oh yeah, the rapping was first. Then I started making beats on Fruity Loops, and I just got better over time. And then I started using Logic, started using other programs like DJ shit. Just started fucking around and just sound kind of progressed.
Yeah,
learning more artists to sample, like
for sure,
just all different types of genres, like Brazil music. Soul music, whatever you want to sample, anything honestly, and then just making it into a beat.
Yeah,
and using drum breaks and shit.
I always want to ask, like, with some of the producers that I talk to, like, because a lot of y'all have this like knowledge of, just music catalog in general. Like, have you ever like dipped into like DJing at all, or like has that ever been like on your radar?
I haven't DJed a lot, but when I do, it's always a great time.
For sure.
But no, I don't really DJ that much. Really, I just make beats.
Yeah.
Keep-
I always
keep it
ask the
stat.
question though,
Yeah.
because like I said, like usually when you talk to a producer, like I mean, I'm a music nerd as the rest of us are, and like I don't know like a quarter of the stuff that like some of y'all be talking about sometimes, and like y'all just be putting me on like to so much stuff. So I'm like, I wonder like if these guys ever like consider like going into DJing, because you just have such a vast like.
Honestly, bro, I'm that guy. Like, I really want to stop doing this. I really want to DJ. Like,
That would
to
be lit,
100%
bro.
honest, like I really want to get into it, bro. Just for what you're saying, I'm definitely one of those guys, and like I have the itch, like, but it's just you got to really get into that,
Yeah,
and
for
learning
sure.
stuff. But I want to DJ. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
definitely
it should be
DJing
lit.
would be fun.
Oh, God.
I used to make a lot of mixes. That's where some of the beats would come out of, because I would literally just record and just start making a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like I'd be at VCU, not going to class or something. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be in the
for sure.
library, and they had a studio down there. So when I couldn't get in the studio in the library, I would just get my laptop and just make a mix.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
I'd have like an hour mix, and then I go back and try to pick out little parts that were good for beats.
The grind, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
That's dope, bro.
It was like that too.
So when did you start like? Again, I'm gonna do like a natural progression because we were just talking about like natural progression. Like, so when was like, again, the next step of I'm in the studio and I'm now making beats, and like we were just talking about this last night. Like at some point you have to start like monetizing your stuff. At what point like are you like doing like leases on beats, or like are you doing just like solely like for the homie production? Like what's the current status like of?
Oh, the current status. Basically, I'll sell beats, but then I'm trying to stop selling beats as much. I like working with my homies.
Word.
You know, a lot more. And even if like it's cool if that's the homie and they want to support. Throw you a couple of dollars just because time is money sometimes. But at the same time, like I like just helping out the homies and making beats and
Love
shit.
that.
I respect
So
that, man.
yeah.
And you doing merch and stuff? Like you
Oh,
got
yeah,
your own
yeah, I got
merch?
mad
Are you
merch.
designing all that stuff?
My homie James
Okay.
Sheeskin, he designs a lot of
Got
my
you.
merch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you've named him
he,
already. Okay.
Yeah, so
But
yeah,
you're
that's-
at least still doing that too. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
so I got that, and then got mad shirts like
CDs and tapes.
I made some tapes a little bit,
Yeah.
So just trying to dive into a little bit of everything.
For sure.
Need to make
Moderation,
some
bro.
vinyl.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
That's the
That'd
play,
be
bro.
fire.
I'm trying
For
to
sure,
get into that too.
vinyl is a hard game to
It's
get into, but when you
expensive.
when you
Yeah.
get it right,
Yeah, it's worth it, bro.
it's worth it.
Make
Bro.
it
Just
work for
timeless.
you.
Exactly. Just timeless little pieces. But yeah, so music, you're a music guy. Obviously, we know that. So I'm curious, like getting to know you still, like what are you into outside of music, outside of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Richmond stuff? Even when it's just you by yourself, like what are some hobbies? What are some things that like bring you joy that you like to get into?
Well, when I was real young, I used to love to draw all the time.
Word.
That's what I used to do. I used to be sketching. I even took like anime classes trying to draw
Oh,
like
shit,
Dragon
that's dope.
Ball Z
Bro,
shit.
I still got books of all my
Yeah.
old Goku stuff. I was
Yeah.
doing the same shit. That's dope, bro.
So I was doing that, and
Yeah.
then also, skateboarding. That's
For
what
sure.
kind of helped me a lot in Richmond, just learning to meet people, learning names, stuff like that. Like one of my favorite skaters, Mark Gonzalez. I watch his videos all the time. Jason Dill, with that
Jason Dill.
video
Hell yeah.
photosynthesis.
Jason
I
Dill.
love the brand. Fucking awesome. Got some good homies that skate. Like even gotta shout out all the Richmond skaters in the area. Like there's
Some
just so
legends
many
out here, yeah.
great
Yo,
ones.
put your phone down and go pick up a skateboard and go outside and skate, man.
Have some fun.
Have some fun.
Oh,
That's what
God.
I'm talking about.
Bust your ass. Have some fun.
Oh God.
Nah, but like
Type
besides that, like what what's the question I'm looking for? Like on a daily, like what's your daily look like? Like
my day.
yeah.
Okay, so my day off, usually probably waking up.
Or even day at work, because we were getting into like
keeping
like
it
what's your
real.
day look like?
My day, usually I'm waking up probably, shit, this is crazy, like 4 a.m. type shit, like, because I
Type
work at
shit.
the YMCA, so yeah, I'll wake up, go to the Y about 5:15 in the morning, and most days I'm the only guy there.
Word.
So yeah, I work until about 10 a.m. I work part time right now, yeah, and then hustling, doing whatever.
For sure.
So yeah, I'll do the YMCA thing, go back to the crib. Right now, I'm lucky. I work with Duct Tape Jesus a lot, who actually is my roommate too.
Salute Duct Tape Jesus, man.
Shout out Duct
The
Tape.
homie, the homie.
So yeah, the good homie, making a lot of music and shit. We got so much in the vault.
Word.
Now I go home, yeah, make music, try to make some beats. Ty will be there too sometimes. He'll pull up. Ty Sorrell, shout out him too.
Shout out Ty Sorrell.
I have too many people to shout out.
Way too many.
I just
because you the
appreciate
man,
all my friends, you know.
Because you the man, bro.
But yeah. Also, I'll work 5 to 10, get home, maybe eat whatever. Making beats, rapping, probably the rest of the day. Maybe go out and skate, play basketball. Try to find some type of physical activity. Sometimes go to the YGAN just to do like a circuit training, some type of some type of physical activity, And then that's me going to sleep probably like midnight, and then just repeating that. And then the weekends got those off, and then basically got time to do whatever I want. Help out my pops. Do more music, do stuff like this.
Just being out on the streets, just being out on the streets.
That's a good setup, though. Honestly,
hit Broshy for a walk,
Yeah.
Maybe walk down to Randolph. I had the good homie fan Rand. Shout out to them.
Shout out to
Southern Brothers Profound.
Legends.
Just I'm an outside guy, really. Like
for sure.
I'm probably one of the guys that'll always be walking around on Broad. Like even if I was quote unquote bigger or something, I would still just take my walks on Broad.
Yeah. And I've run into you a couple times just going up and down. Broad, like so many times.
You'll see me outside.
Facts. I love that, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
Because I'll be a hermit a lot of times, so I respect that, bro. I respect that.
Just try to get out now and then. Hit the local stores like Kicks Booming, fuck with them.
Yeah.
Plan 9, Vinyl Conflict, Metro Sound. Yeah, just try to make my rounds now and then.
Yeah, for sure.
Flagship store,
That's fine.
So your day is usually pretty like solidly.
You're pretty solid. It's wrapped around music. But
yeah,
I try
exactly.
To get out
yeah.
Hell yeah.
But no, the reason I asked is because, like, again, we were talking about it earlier off camera, but me and CJ were talking about this. I mean, we've been talking about it for a little bit, but like the whole idea of, having a job and like being fully committed like to this music stuff has become like such a negative narrative like in this whole thing that like some people just think like, if you have a job, you're lame and like you can't be putting in 100% effort. And it's just like, bro, that's just not the case. Like the reason that we can do like some of the things we do is because we have like financial stability and like, and like getting up and being like a productive member of society and like going out and like just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I'm going to start asking people a lot more because I really want to see like how people really feel about, and I'm all for like getting to a position where you feel like you can, put your job to the side and do this thing full time. But, a lot of people do that stuff prematurely and they end up in a hole and, it just looks lame to them going back to a job. And it's like, how do you feel about that? Like, you're okay with like having a job and doing this like music stuff like full time?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Literally, I think about it like this. Someone brought up to me in a cool way. You can treat your job as the label. The label funds the music.
For sure.
So literally, if you think about it like that, then how is the job whack? Like, if I'm getting, let's say I'll just make up a number like $1,000 every week from my job, whatever it is. That's you can treat that as the label. Like, I'm getting that bread. I can
reinvest it.
Yeah, reinvest it into
good
music.
I
can reinvest it into. Obviously got other stuff, bills and whatnot.
Yeah.
Food, XYZ, whatever. But yeah, you can treat your job as the label. Like, it's that important. Like,
that's dope. I like that.
The 10, like go to your job, do that. But then after, and then even at your job,
you can be freaking your shit at your job.
Yeah. You can let people know like, hey, I'm a artist. Like, if you're comfortable with that. Some people, like to keep it.
I make it known in my job. I make it known. Like this is not where my energy goes there. I'm here to make a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you on that. That's dope.
So, and a lot of people, you'll be surprised or curious. They're like, okay, so what do you do? Like, you might be.
That was the question I was gonna basically bring up.
Like, what's your hobbies or what's your passion?
Yeah.
And like, it's music, so let them know, and then they might want to be supportive and be like, and not even monetarily, might just be like, okay, hey, like maybe I'll pop out to a show
for sure,
or just give you a view on YouTube. Like it goes a long way.
It does, bro.
And
More than people know.
People will pass word of mouth.
Yeah.
I
think the issue is with that subject is like a lot of people, and I'm gonna equate this to like younger artists or young rappers or whatever. A lot of these people are obsessed with the lifestyle and what shit looks like on Instagram, and they see Wiz or whoever that's living that lifestyle, so they think, I'm quitting my job and I'm just rapping full time. But really, like,
and you got no spread coming in,
nothing, and that's the problem.
Done that, actually,
if y'all don't be obsessed with this lifestyle, we all have. But like, in order to get to that lifestyle, you have to work. Like, you have to work. You can't be sitting here thinking that these raps is just gonna take everything away from you.
We're not talking like you have to have a 9 to 5, but like you can't just sit at home, wake up at noon, rap 3 verses, put the shit on Instagram on clips, and
then just go get fucked up.
And then just go get fucked up, and then think like, I mean, that happens very, 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 very rarely.
Right.
Like we were talking about the other day, part of like marketing yourself and part of like building your brand is like being at these events, right? At the core of it, like these events charge. And so like if you're the only homie in the group,
right,
you're the only one that can't go because you don't got no bread. Now you're missing all of these opportunities that are at this little $15 gig because you can't afford $15 because you don't have the work ethic to go to work and do the shit at the same time. Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only reason I bring it up. It's like, don't be that homie that can't go to the show.
Bro. That brings up a good point. I remember actually, Noah was telling me, he's like, people always ask him questions. And he was basically telling me, like, you need to have the energy, be able to do your job, and then also do your music as a second job, or, that might be what you want to be your full-time job, but, you gotta be able to do that full-time job you're doing, or part-time, whatever. You gotta be able to do both.
You have to.
You gotta have the energy. And people think, I need a manager or whatever. It's like, nah, bro, you just gotta get organized.
You gotta get organized, and you gotta work hard. You gotta
have the energy and work hard.
I just saw a clip today of, I think Kevin Hart posted this, Will Smith, and they were doing a panel for Bad Boys 4. Yeah. And it was, to make long story short, he was just saying there's a big difference between good and great.
Most definitely.
There's a big difference between getting a B and an A. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be good at what you do, but like, it takes so much more to be great. So much more. Like, everything that all you've been doing in your career, all the hours you're putting in, that's how you strive for greatness. The jobs, keeping a job, that's how you strive to be great. You know what I'm saying? And it's important. People need to hear that. They need to know
People
that.
Really
it's okay to work, y'all. Like,
it's fine.
It's
to
no
work.
judgment, bro. It's actually fly. Honestly,
it's respect.
It's fly. Honestly. If you out here killing shit on the stage or whatever you're doing, and you working a job, and even a job comes with stuff, you are like connected to that job. You're helping people there. You got to turn the other shit off, but you can still turn the shit on that you do outside, and like, that shit is fly. That's the flex. If you ask me,
that's the flex, bro.
That's really the flex, bro.
Because no matter what, like, again, when you have equipment costs money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shows cost money. Beats cost money. Marketing yourself costs money. All of this shit costs money.
Yeah.
So like,
the clothes to, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
You could be the hardest rapper out, but if you don't have if you don't have any sort of source to put yourself out there, if all you got's the phone can only go but so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna promise you that. You have to go touch the streets. You have to touch the people. You have to see the people. You have to go support the people who you want to support you. Like, if you want Hern to support you, go to Hern's show, because guess what? Next time around when you got a show, Hern's probably gonna come to your show.
Yeah.
And if you can't pull up to Hern's show, he's not gonna look at you like, I'm not even looking at you
energy,
like I'm not even giving you that energy, because I know you can't even support yourself. So how are you gonna help support me? Like, at the same time, you can't even support yourself.
Yeah.
It just helps when you can reciprocate the same energy. You know,
for sure.
Everybody's playing a part. You're pulling your weight, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Exactly.
We're all connected. But yo, let's it's Men's Mental Health Month.
It is.
As well as Pride Month. I'm not about to. We're not doing that. I see a lot of people doing that. It's like, nah, it's mental.
That's
all
peace.
that. But Mental Health Month, right? So let's get morbid real quick, bro. Let's really get to know you
a little bit myself. Yeah.
Word. So let's.
You're in a safe space. I promise.
Oh,
for
no,
sure.
it's all good.
For sure.
Yeah,
but just a random question we have, like, let's talk about the ups and downs. Like, what are some things that get you down?
And I want this to be a universal question
for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what are some things that get us down, right? And then some things that just piss us off or whatever, and then we'll do the opposite of that afterwards. But we'll start with you.
I think things getting me down is like lack of communication. Then just like having expectations that don't get met. Basic stuff like that. Then just not being where you want to be in life sometimes.
That's the main one.
That's real
like
shit.
Financial troubles
for sure.
Yeah, you just got. I mean, even if you don't like who you see in the mirror, you just gotta try to get better, like 1% each day.
1%.
And I think that's where playing sports as a kid helped me a lot. Realizing that.
Yeah.
With basketball, even football, So yeah.
True.
So yeah, that's what it's for me. I think things that get me down, like money and not being able to do whatever I want to do all the time. I can't just go and fly to New York or whatever the fuck. But Yeah.
But so we'll make it like a 2-part question. So like when you get into those, times or portions of your life, like what helps you to pull yourself out of that like rut or hole or whatever you want to call it? What do you do, or like are you still, I mean, we're all still actively learning like how to cope with like certain situations, but like what works for you? Like what do you do to like help yourself get out of those?
Well, first of all, I'll just be honest. Like I'm diagnosed bipolar.
Really?
With bipolar disorder.
Okay.
So a lot of times for me, making sure you're always taking your medication,
for
stuff
sure,
like that. And then also I remember I had a teacher at VCU told me this. He's like, there's only 3 things you can do: think, sense, and act. So sometimes I try to break it down like that. Like, okay, let me think on it. What do I sense? Read the room. What's the elephant in the room? Read the room.
That's another art people don't have.
Do not ever lose that. Ever. That is the most important thing. That again, it's just worded different, like how we say it, but it's the same exact concept. Like, take the information that you've received, process it before you make a reaction, sit on it, think about it, react accordingly, and then process like how it affects you versus like just lashing out is always something that is just going to affect somebody else. Like, how are you actually like, what I mean, processing the situation to yourself? I think that's super important what you just said.
We all make mistakes. You might lash out one time or
for sure,
tons of times. You got to realize like
human, bro.
You can't keep doing that. Like, you got to push people away, or you're just gonna create bad energy, vibes, whatever you want to say. And that's gonna come back to you. So yeah, you gotta just eventually sense that, realize, and then act on it. And then I remember going to a therapist one time. She broke it down for me. She's like, no, basically just said like no excuses. Like you gotta hold yourself like accountable. So I guess accountability. I guess
sure.
Accountability, and then also I think journaling helps a lot. Like when I'm at work and I have free time, try to journal.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I started doing that at the beginning of this year too, and it's really changed a lot for me.
Yeah, it helps honestly. With the raps because you're literally writing.
Yep.
And then also, just getting your thoughts out. Like you might realize, I remember we journal in my entrepreneurship class at VCU. Then also, just basically just stream of consciousness. That's how I freestyle. I'm just saying.
For sure.
Comes in my mind. So yeah, literally, I could be saying, I'm having a bad day. Then I love my life. Whatever. Just a stream of consciousness. Whatever you're thinking, just let it out on the page.
Yeah.
And I try to date that. Date it so you can go back and look at it later, and you can kind of see the progression. You'll see like, okay, how's I feeling in May? How's I feeling in June?
Yeah.
Oh, how's I feeling in 2023?
Yeah.
So yeah, things like that.
That's powerful, bro.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, man. That's dope.
Important.
So yeah, I mean, I guess for me, a lot of the stuff that gets me down, I'll talk about surface level shit. There's stuff recently that like pisses me off and gets me upset. I hate talking to people that like I just hate talking to people that don't listen to you. Like they're only listening so they can react to what you're saying. They're not really, you know what I'm talking about? You talk to somebody and they're like really not listening to you, and then they'll just react and respond to something that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I know that's very specific, but there's been a few people I've interacted with, and it's just a pet peeve. Like we all need to just slow down. Like we all got shit going on, but like if you talking to somebody, like, look in their eyes, listen to them, like, let them feel heard, you know, and they'll reciprocate that. But it's little nuances like that, like you said, reading the room. Like, people need to learn how to read the room. Like, we need to put our phones down and like live life and like really process what's going on out here. Like, that's just a little pet peeve that I'm putting out that I feel like people need to hear. But in general, again, same shit, bro. You know, life has been hard, bro. Like, it's been very hard, especially for me lately. But it's just I want it like I'm not exactly where I want to be, and again, I want to travel at will, and I want to do all that. So a lot of that times it gets me down. A lot of times it gets me down at like Charles Up Fest did a great job at it, but I've been feeling there's just not like a true unity out here, bro, and that shit really like depresses me sometimes. But I think we're on the right track.
Definitely
like us being here right now, we're on the right track, and that gives me hope. And then obviously the things out in the world, bro, just all the stupid shit, the war, all just everything. That shit just it's easy to consume you, and we can't let that shit consume because it will take us out. But that type of shit, when I really just sit back and look at what's going on, it really puts me in like a sad space sometimes. But to get out of it, you know, to answer the second part, bro, I link up with the homies, man. You know, like I said on the garage joint, the chop shop, like I cope with drinking sometimes. I cope with smoking. That's just to be transparent. Just to numb whatever I can in the moment. It's not okay, but that's just where I am right now. That's my vices.
Yeah.
But music is the number one thing. Like, continuing. Every time I come to your house, bro, y'all always give me energy, and we'll cook up some shit. Y'all inspire me every single time. Like, I came to your house the other day and we put down 3 songs just like that. 10 minutes, boom. And I left your house like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was so hyped. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, so just leaning on my brothers, leaning on my guys, and just, if you have people in your life, bro, lean on them, bro. Like,
for sure.
Don't take that shit for granted. A lot of people don't have anybody, and I mean no one. So, you know, I just lean on my guys, bro. That's how I get up out of it, bro.
Right.
Yeah. On God.
Damn. You know, for me, you know, after being in the hospital for so long and like dealing, you know, with an addiction and dealing with um, you know, facing death and all of that stuff, bro. You know, recently, and I don't want anybody to like freak out, but like recently, you know, I've still, even with the podcast and like with everything going on, you know, I'm still kind of trying to figure out you know, myself. And you know, we talk about accountability a lot, and we talk about you know, taking our actions and, you know, wearing them on our jacket. And, you know, for me right now, you know, I'm still in a place of kind of just not knowing. And you know, it's a scary place to be in because I dealt with, you know, this thing for so long, and to have it under control, like it all feels good, but you know, there's still this void of, you know, my purpose in life, and like, why am I still here? Like, I still often ask myself, like, why am I still here when on paper I should be dead?
Right.
So I still ask myself that questions a lot of times, and you know, it's hard to answer sometimes, which is kind of scary, you know, because when you first come out of like surgery or anything like that, you know, life is on 1,000, like I'm here, like I'm still here, you know, and then you get like readjusted back into it, and you start like playing these like mental gymnastics with yourself, like why am I still here? And like, why, you know, why was I given a second chance? And I know the answer to these questions, but you know, it still takes a lot of which sucks to say, but it takes a lot of like positive reinforcement, and you know, hearing it like from the outside, because you can tell yourself like so many times, but you know, like it, some people don't need it, some people do. And you know, I think for me, as many times as I tell myself, you know, I'm in the best position like I've ever been in my entire life, there's still a void of like, you know, still asking myself like why I'm still here. And you know, that's just something that I'm dealing with every single day. And I'm grateful to be here. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. Like, but it's just, if we're talking about a real life conversation, like, bro, I'm still like, there's still a point of me that hasn't gotten over the fact that for so many years, I didn't want to be here anymore. And like, that's not something you can just toss in the trash can. That's something that you really have to, you know, cry about, and you have to really try to process fully, and you can't just half-ass processing that. You can't just think, well,
You can't just
part
turn
of
it
it's
off.
gone. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't just turn it off. So like, just that feeling alone,
For sure.
but just like you said, getting over it, linking up with the homies, like doing this, what we're doing, like helps me out a lot. Going to therapy helps me out a lot. Just being able to finally look in the mirror and you know accept myself for who I am and what I've done, and love the person that I'm looking at like
Yeah.
now in the mirror. Like all of that is like exponentially greater than any of the lows in my life. But if we are having a real conversation, yeah, I mean, I still have the feeling of, why was I given a second chance, and like, was I deserving of a second chance? So I'm still trying to, kind of validate like all of the decisions that were made versus like the new life and decisions like that I'm making now. Like I'm still just trying to kind of like process it all. And
It's only been a year, bro.
Yeah, it's only been a year.
So yeah, I understand,
Been a
man.
year.
And also, thanks for sharing that. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
and like you said, I don't need to do it, but like all the answers already. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful to be able to be here for you to lean on, and
For
we
sure.
can keep doing stuff like this,
same,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
always.
your
And I
opinion.
appreciate y'all, man.
For
Like I
sure,
said,
bro.
like it's anybody who is out there, and I'm looking dead in the camera, anybody who's out there that like thinks they could do it on their own, bro, like I commend you for trying, but you really need a support system in your life. Like without none of these guys, like without my family, like without this whole community, like
Yeah.
from here and back home, like none of this would be possible. So I really need to still, I mean, I thank y'all every single time, but I really still need to thank like all of the viewers, all of the subscribers,
Shout out to y'all, man.
all of the people who tune in every single week, everybody that, reaches out with a similar story of their own, and that I can help like on a weekly basis. I mean, that stuff means more to me than a lot of y'all know. And it actually helps me, figure this thing out as I move forward, because
Yeah.
it seems like I have all the answers, but I don't have all the answers. Like, and that's just the cold hard facts.
No one does, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, none of us are ever always gonna have the answers. Like, we're all still human. We're all still learning. We're all still continuing like to figure out like what this thing of life is. And just I pray that everybody finds their pocket, and everybody finds like where they need to be, who they need to be with, and like I think that we've as a team here like finally have like, at least for me, like found that system that works for us both mentally and like for a business perspective. Like I think everybody that is in my circle right now is definitely meant to be there, supposed to be there, and I think all of us growing together is going to be a lot bigger than a lot of y'all think. So that's kind of all I have on
Word.
that. But Hern, like,
I could open up some more too.
yeah, what's up?
Honestly, yeah, I've been in mental hospitals before too.
Yeah,
I remember one time I was in a mental hospital for like, shoot, man, like a month. I had to get switched out to another one because I think the longest I could stay at that one was a month. So I had to go. This was in just somewhere out in like Stan or whatever.
Word.
Yeah, so I had to change that, and this was brought up because I was bipolar and also I was getting concussions from football.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was getting mad concussions. I remember one game, bro, I was playing Madden, bro.
Word.
Really?
Yeah, I was just running around thinking. I don't even know, not literally on a controller.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I wasn't there.
real.
Yeah, it wasn't
For
real
sure.
to me at all. I wasn't
That's
there.
crazy.
Like, yeah, shit was insane. So yeah, literally like had mad concussions brought about bipolar, I think. And then I was probably always bipolar, but that kind of sparked
For sure,
it.
yeah. And it's a lot of that going on too with the CTE and all that kind
sure.
of stuff. So
Yeah, so definitely just take care of yourself with sports, especially playing football. It's a collision sport.
yeah, for sure.
But
Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
But like,
oh, go ahead.
no.
Yeah.
I was just gonna switch gears a little bit, so
Yeah.
like, so we can
Yeah, we gotta turn this up.
Yeah, we gotta turn this back up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
on God.
I ain't trying to. I mean, it's mental health month,
For
but
sure.
we got all month.
Just know you need somebody. We here.
We're
Reach
here.
out to us.
We are here.
You're not alone.
Always.
You are not alone. That's the slogan for Fairly Decent. You are not alone.
For sure.
So what music are you working on now? I'm just gonna keep it straight up.
Oh yeah. I'm working on a project with my homie Granada.
Hey,
Shout out
Granada. Yeah. Stay away from the moon rocks, Granada. Stay away, bro.
Yeah.
Breathe air.
Yeah, enough.
Working on that. It's actually finished. We got a couple of videos and shit too. So just steadily working towards that, trying to get everything.
Any release date?
Don't have a release date officially.
Okay.
Definitely everything. Was trying to get it ready for y'all, so we can present it properly.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
And then always got my stuff I'm working with my homie LIBC. My homie Sheepskin.
Yeah.
Shoot, my boy Frowns. We just put out a video the other day called Mama Knew.
Yeah, I seen that. That shit was fire. Yeah.
Thanks.
That shit
my
was
homie
fire.
Brick shot it. My boy Sheepskin edited it.
Word.
Yeah, so that was fire. So that's newest music gonna be Trust the Process, TTP.
Okay.
TTP, baby, let's get it.
Any shows coming up?
Don't have any shows coming up right now, but shoot, need a rapper. Holla
Hey,
at me.
Actually, you got it. You got a show coming up that you don't know about yet.
Oh, bet. Okay.
We'll talk off, Mike. But I got something.
Yeah, we're not doing that on here.
I got something for you. Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope, man.
So, like, moving forward, future, what do you see yourself?
I mean, shoot, man.
1 year, 5 years.
5 years. I just want to try to move around more, do some more traveling.
For sure.
Definitely trying to get out to New York more. Need to get out to the West Coast more. Go to LA. Go to LA more. Or not even LA, just like Cali.
Just
Texas.
Travel everywhere, bro.
That's where I see myself. Like, I still want to be.
There you go.
Based in Richmond. I got a lot of family here. My family's actually about to move back into Richmond from Charlottesville. So
it's
really,
lit.
It's lit.
Hell yeah.
Good times.
Word.
So really just want to do more traveling.
Word.
To answer your question. But
For
5 years
man.
from now,
that's a great goal. Honestly,
I'm just still doing. I know I'm still gonna be doing music.
Yeah.
Want to be traveling, based in Richmond, maybe even in New York. I don't know somewhere, but
for sure.
Yeah, gonna keep it moving, keep it trucking along.
Whatever you're doing, bro, don't stop, please.
Please do not stop.
We need you out here. I need you're an inspiration, bro.
I need this as much as people need me.
For sure.
Word up.
And we need you, bro.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Facts, man.
For sure. Yo, let the people know where they can find you and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, HernBean5150, just how it sounds. Find me on Twitter, just HernBean. Find me on Bandcamp. It's actually my first name, Hernan.bandcamp.com. On streaming, Hernan. That's my first name. So yep, that's where you can find me at.
Hell yeah, man.
Yo, and we about to big up support people financially. Yo, go to Bandcamp.
Go to Bandcamp.
Buy songs. Yeah. Do all that stuff, bro.
Get the merch. Get all that, man.
Got mad discography. So yeah,
discography.
If you see something on there you like, feel free to support.
For sure.
Then we got CDs coming on the way for an album I put out called Lab Work. It's gonna be deluxe and I have a couple extra songs on there. So yeah.
I appreciate you coming through, man.
No
Hell
doubt,
yeah,
brothers.
my boy. Thank you, bro.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, this the Fairly Decent podcast. That's CJ the Prophet. That's Hern Bean. Y'all know what it is. We gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
On God.